Right, so in this video we're going to have a look at what I like to call the final line. So when we play positional shots, you'll normally find that the white ball is taking several lines off the object ball before it ends up on its final line and then hopefully travelling towards the object ball. So if we take a black off the spot, for example, going up for the yellow here, you'll see that the white hits the black, it's got its first line towards the black cushion, then it goes up towards this side cushion, and then it goes off the side cushion and then towards the yellow. So it's got three lines there, and we're interested in the final line that the white is taking up towards the yellow, and we're going to discuss why that line is so important if you want to increase your probability of success when you're playing positional shots. Okay, so in this first example, we've got the brown to blue here. So I've talked about this shot in previous videos that I've done on clearing the colours, but this is an excellent way of highlighting why this final line that the white ball takes is so important. So when we're going brown to blue here, we've probably got two main ways that people would play this shot. The first way is to pop the brown and to screw directly onto the blue. So if we have a look at that line, you can see if I'm to go down that line, you've got a very small area there in the middle, in that little green section, where you can land nicely on the blue. So it's a bit of an unreliable final line. When you're travelling down that line, you haven't got much room for error. You've got to land the white absolutely perfectly. Now, the second way to play this shot is to play this line. So you can see that I'm coming off the side cushion and then I'm playing towards the blue. Now, when we talk about the final line, you can see that second line that the white ball is going to take is bringing the white, and it's always travelling towards the blue ball. So you can see this time on that line, on that final line that we've picked there, the white ball has got a big area there that it can land in that green zone and be nicely on the blue. So let's have a look at me playing a couple of these shots then, and we'll see why that final line is so important. Right, so here's the first way where the final line is a little bit unreliable. So if I'm playing to pot this brown and screw directly onto the blue along this line, you can see there that the line that I took was a little bit unreliable. I'd got exactly like we talked about, I'd got a very small area to land nicely on the blue, and then it meant that I've made a small mistake in terms of my power, and I've actually now finished the wrong side of the blue. So that line can just be a little bit unreliable. Right, so the second way of playing this shot now is to use the side cushion. Now this is the way the professionals would do it, because they've got two lines here. The first line towards the side cushion, and then the second line is travelling nicely towards the blue with the white. So that final line that I'm talking about is a nice reliable one. So if I get down to play this brown now this time, and we go off that side cushion, you can see that once I hit that side cushion, I've got a lovely line that's travelling all the way towards the blue ball. I've got nice margin for error there, and even if I make a small mistake in terms of my power, if I overhit slightly or I underhit slightly, I'm still travelling towards the blue and I'm always leaving myself a shot. Okay, so another excellent example here of why this final line is so important. So I've set up a very common shot here. We're trying to pot the black and go up for the yellow ball. Now, the common mistake that you see players make on this shot is they try to just play a direct shot, so they stun directly off the black cushion and then bring the white up the middle of the table and towards the yellow. So if we have a look at that line again, so obviously the white's coming off the black first, and then it's taking that second line, which is in this case its final line. You can see that line is going up the table and up towards the yellow. But we can see that the area that we've got to land in order for the white to be good position on that yellow ball is a very, very small area again. You can see all the way up the table you've got that danger zone where we won't be able to reach the shot and the white isn't really in a good position. And then there's only that little small area there where the white ball is going to be positioned nicely on the yellow. So if I play one of these shots first, so if you were to watch me now, and I'm going to take that line, so I'm going to pot the black and travel up towards the yellow. And you can see that that line there, it's just a little bit dangerous. If I make a small mistake there in terms of power or how high I hit on the cue ball, that line that the white is taking up the centre of the table is a little bit dangerous. It's not a reliable way of getting onto the yellow ball. Right, so the better way, and the way the professionals will play this shot, is to pot the black ball, bring the white off the black cushion, off this side cushion where I'm standing here, and then bring the white towards the yellow ball. Now, if we have a look at those lines again, so we can see the white's coming off the black, it's coming off the side cushion, And then the final line that we're interested in this video, the final line there that you can see, is travelling nicely and up towards that yellow ball. So we can see that this time on that line, we've got a much bigger area for the white ball to land nicely on the yellow. So all of that space there we've got for over-hitting and slightly under-hitting the shot, and we should still leave ourselves a nice shot on the yellow. So if I have a go this time to play this shot, and we're potting the black and coming off those two cushions there. So you can see that once I hit this side cushion there, I'm bringing the white nicely off this side cushion, up the table, and the line that I'm travelling along is a lovely line where I've got a big margin of error there for leaving myself a lovely shot on the yellow ball. Right, and here we've got one last example of why picking these reliable paths for the cue ball is going to be so important for improving your positional play. So I've found myself positioned on this black ball here. I need to try and pot the black and try and get position on this last red here that's located in the bulk area of the table. So if we have a look at the lines that I've chosen to take this time, I'm going to pot the black, come off the side cushion there, off the other side cushion just past the middle bag, and then you can see that the final line that the white ball is taking is always travelling towards that red ball. So we've got a big area there that I've highlighted in green where we can land the white and still have a shot on that red ball. So if I go to play one of these then now, so if we have a look, I'm going to pot the black. And then you can see, once I hit that second side cushion there, I'm just travelling all the way towards the red, and I'm always leaving myself a nice shot on that red ball there. I've got big margin for error for under-hitting and over-hitting, and that's how you're going to get more reliability with your positional play. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. So, in summary there, I always like to think of these shots as the final line being a nice reliable line for the white to travel along. But you can also think about these shots in that you don't want the white ball to be travelling along the face of the object ball. When you travel along the face of the object ball, you've always got a very small window for landing the white ball nicely. If you bring the white towards the object ball on your final line, then you've got a much bigger margin of error for landing the white ball in an excellent position. So, as always, if you did enjoy this video, then please give the video a like. If you want to see more instructional tutorials just like this one, then please subscribe to the channel. I also just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that supported these videos through Patreon. So thanks very much for the extra support. It enables me to devote more time to filming and editing these videos, and hopefully I can get more and more content up. So if for anyone else that wants to support these videos on Patreon, the link for that is in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching. Cheers.